This is the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, welcome aboard to the Jayhawk Sports Network. I came out of retirement for this.
About time.
I'm back in town, ready to go. Luke and Zach and Pilcher taking care of things while I was, as you said, on assignment. But we are ready for another postseason game. And I know when we signed off together last time, Luke, we thought, what's the next broadcast going to be? And there was another one, and then there was another one.
Yeah.
And then here we are as our Jesup girls come in Class 2A Region 5 as we look what this contest is going to mean. As they face off against the Hudson Pirates. They win this one. They're going to face either North Mahaska or Grundy Center for the regional championship. So I suppose you call this the regional semifinal.
This is the semifinal.
And,
yes, sir.
Hudson and Jesup have faced off earlier this year. Jesup winning on this floor 38-34. We will talk more about this game and what we expect to see. But first, I did have a chance to talk to head coach Jordan Conrad. But before we get to that, Anthony, I want to thank our Jesup Booster Club, Spahn and Rosa Jesup, Performance Rehab, Buchanan County Health Center, and Joe's Pizza for the support of postseason broadcasts right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. All right, welcome aboard the Jayhawk Sports Network tonight. It is the final home game of the basketball season as Jesup girls basketball team coming in tonight with a record of 18-4. 8-0 is how they finished the conference season, another championship under their belt. But Jesup hosting the Class 2A Region 5 game tonight. And it's not an unfamiliar opponent, but it's an opponent that you've already seen this year in the Hudson Pirates. But before we preview what's going on tonight, let's rewind. Earlier in the week, a Lisbon team comes in and a 62-25 victory on a cold night in Jesup, but it keeps the season heated up. Talk about that game this week.
Yeah, it was a really good start to the postseason. You know, it's never easy. You never know what you're going to get coming into postseason. You know, especially a team that we've never played, never seen on film or anything like that until we started to scout them a little bit. You're kind of just looking at stats and record. So we made some, good adjustments when we came into the game. We played really well. We had 17 assists on 21 made shots, so we shared it really well. I think, only 4 makes weren't on, assisted, and one of them was an offensive rebound, and I think 2 were steals for layups.
Yeah.
So when we got in the half court, I thought we shared it really well and made some shots. So a good start to the postseason.
Well, and something significant came out of that game. 100 wins, 6 seasons you've been in. State that first year coming off riding Tom Klein's coattails a little bit. But talk about 100 wins. Did you realize? When did you realize this, or did someone have to share it with you?
I think I kind of looked at what our record was in my tenure before the season, and then so I kind of knew how many we needed to get, but I hadn't really thought about it. It's not one of those things you get into coaching saying, my goal is to get to 100 wins or anything like that. The things just happen when you, continue to work every day. And, as I've shared, that it only happens because we've got, such good community involvement. We have people getting involved at young ages. You mentioned Tom Klein, and, even though we had some struggled years in there, he did a great job of getting the youth programs started before I came in, so that by the time I got in here, we had some girls that had played a little basketball before. And was fortunate to work with some really good kids along the way. Well,
we talked about it before. There was that year that you came on. It was a struggle to get to good JV games even.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And where the numbers were, and where the program builds up to where you're at now, and you look at the roster of girls you have right now, and you're going to lose some good ones, but that JV squad's got some players that are going to be able to fill those holes, but. I guess reflect on the 6 years, and there's some players out there that probably come to mind, and people that behind the scenes on the floor that have brought Jayhawk girls basketball to where it's at.
Yeah, I could talk about a lot of players here right now. I was fortunate my first year to have some girls that had some experience and making it to the state tournament. A lot of really good players on that team. I had a couple actually reach out to me when they heard about the 100 wins.
Sure.
So that's always nice to hear. And Amanda Treptow as was huge the few years she was here. We had the Lingenfelter girls, Peyton McCone. I see Allison play hard at a lot of these games, and she's probably one of the most underrated players we ever had.
Sure.
In my time here, she gave us a ton. You can't. Blaney Pilcher put an amazing career together for us. Just the list goes on and on with the number of girls that, even if they didn't have a lot of talent, they gave us everything they had out there. Alexis Larson comes to mind on that too, where she wasn't necessarily the best basketball player, but she did everything that was asked of her. And that's what we've built around here, I think, for the most part, is whatever's asked of you. We have a lot of girls buying into just, that's what my responsibility is. This is my role, and that's what I'm going to go do. And that's how this 100 wins happens.
Sure.
And Jason Pilcher has been there for all 100 of them. I gave him a hard time because I had to beg him to be my assistant when I started, but I had to also give him a hard time because I told him my winning percentage is still higher because he had to, unfortunately, coach 2 games for me in my career while I was gone with one of my sons being born. So, and he lost a couple there. So I had to give him a hard time that we both have 100 wins together, but he's got a couple extra losses.
Yeah, that's right in there. But I guess you look at, just where that's come and where things are going. And you look at the athletes that you talked about aren't just basketball girls. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's some multi-sport athletes, some good students in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at, you mentioned student athletes, not one time have I had issues, really with, having to chase anybody in the classroom. Every year we've received the Distinguished Award honor of having, I think a bad year for us has been like a 3.4 GPA. So never have to worry about any of that, which is huge. Lifts a little weight off my shoulders that other coaches have had to deal with.
Sure.
That's been great.
Well, let's look at this season, and as we move into the game against Hudson tonight, back on December 3rd, you saw the Pirates here on this floor. 38-34 was that game, but that was a different team that you had then.
Absolutely.
You almost ran out of space in the turnover column, probably in the stat sheets with the managers. I guess talk about that, but then talk about what you've seen different with Hudson.
Yeah, we for sure, if we were using not technology and paper pencil, we would have definitely run out of. I think we had 34 turnovers. We lost that battle by like 12. We can't let that happen again tonight. But those first few games, we were still trying to figure out a little bit who we were. I think some people playing a few new faces get mixed in there, playing a lot more minutes, playing a few different roles in there, trying to figure out who could play certain spots for us. Offense had a little bit of transition this year and what we were looking for. So we were still trying to figure that out. The first few games we were really clunky on offense, I think. But we've taken some big steps forward, and people have stepped up throughout the year, shown tremendous growth of taking care of the basketball for us. We've been moving it better, getting great post touches, all of those things. So hopefully we can not wear out the turnover column for us tonight.
Well, and you look at your roster and where you can go through that. And I said to Jason before I came up here, I'm like, you guys, is it how tough is it to have so many good players in your roster? It creates some different things to think about.
It does. It's one of those things. Whatever program you're a part of, there's always going to be something, right? And that's one of them that we're really fortunate to have a number of good players on this team. And there's been times throughout the year that I think every player on our team has, kind of come up to me and what could I do to get a couple more minutes type thing. And what we've stressed all year is, hey, we just got to celebrate everybody else's nights because we're fortunate to have a lot of good players and we got to get them in the flow of the game too. So celebrate everybody's night because some night it's going to be yours and, it's going to be your opportunity. You're going to be the one that gets, 10 extra minutes of play and somebody else is going to be sitting down, and we just got to make sure we support each other through all of that.
Hudson 17 wins on the season, victorious coming in to get to this point, big win over Columbus. But how have you seen the Pirates? How have they changed since early December and watching?
Yeah, I think they've figured themselves out a little bit more on offense. They got a couple new faces, but they had a lot coming back. So probably a little bit less of an adjustment period from them. But overall, I think they're probably going to do a little bit better job taking care of it for themselves. We know them really well. They know us really well. I've been here 6 years and probably coached against them, 10 times at least. So we know each other extremely well. Jeff's going to have his team well prepared, and if we can take care of the basketball and make a couple shots, hopefully we'll be right in it.
Well, we are streaming this. You're watching that. We're going to do it. But I'd rather have you in the stands instead of listening to two bald guys talk about basketball. So tip-off slated for 7 o'clock. You got to get your tickets in advance, or I'm sure you can scan the QR code at the door. But congratulations on a great season. We're not done yet, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Getting to 101 and then keep building.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, head coach Jordan Conrad, Jesup.
All right, head coach Jordan Conrad, girls basketball coach. 100 wins, Luke. Can you believe that? 6th season, 100 wins the other night after that victory to move him into tonight's game.
Yeah, Zach and I were talking about that. Neither one of us felt like he's been here long enough to even get 100 wins, but he's done it. He's had a tremendous amount of success in a short period of time here.
Yeah, you think back, and we talked in that interview, year number 1, I said riding Tom Klein's coattails heading out of Des Moines for the state tournament, and all the players you think back that were a part of those 100 wins that brought it to this point. And, you reflect back 6-7 years, they didn't have enough for a JV team.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was all that long ago. But, and you mentioned a guy like Tom Klein. You don't want to discredit those people either, because he kind of built the foundation here. Jordan was able to move in, keep things rolling. What's the old saying? It takes a what?
Takes a village.
Takes a village,
sure.
And that's certainly the case here. And I know it's the same in Hudson and anywhere. There's just a lot of people involved in a team's success, not just current coach, current staff. The whole darn community. You rolled off our list of corporate sponsors here tonight: Performance Rehab, Spahn Rose, Buchanan County Health Center, Joe's Pizza, Jesup Booster Club. I mean, that's just that's five businesses that helped us.
I'm sure there's ones out there going, well, no one asked me.
Yeah, that's just 5 businesses that helped us get this game on tonight. But the entire community comes out and supports these athletics and fine arts and whatever might be going on.
Well, and I'm going to jump back last night. Boys competing up in MFL Marmac, up at Monona, and talk about a night where you had Jesup going up, and I would say maybe the underdog against MFL Marmac, who was 18-3. Jesup pulls off the 73-56 win. Keeps moving into postseason play. They'll play Cascade over at Manchester on Tuesday. And Landon Vogel had a great night last night, 27 points. You saw him kind of light it up earlier in the week, too, to keep moving in that game.
Yeah, second game in the row where I thought Landon, he just really exhibited some strong senior leadership, came out with a different demeanor, different personality. He wants to win. He wants to win right now. He realizes this is not just win or go home. This is win, go home, and you're done for good. And so that win over MFL last night, unexpected. I did not see that one coming. I'll be the first to admit it. But man, what a great 20-point victory over what was 3-loss team. Really strong program there at MFL, and great win for the Jayhawks. Certainly something to bolster their confidence as they move on to the next round here.
And we'll talk to head coach Joe Spahn here at halftime. We're also going to honor Ryan Treptow at halftime with his 1,000 points that he earned at Don Bosco earlier in the season, and keeps tacking on to that as they move into Tuesday. But when you look across the board at how Jesup is having success, well, that includes wrestling down in Des Moines. Carver Hines still going in the consolation side of things. Cooper Hines got caught right at the end in the semifinals. He's going to go on the consolation side. Keaton Jacobson, he bows out, but he's going to end up, I believe, at least 8th place, somewhere in there. If it's right, 19 points under there. Trevin Delagardelle ends his senior season on the consolation side. Caden Lang, same way. He earns 9 points. Max Soley was able to get 3 matches down there. Dax Youngblood, he had a nice victory, this afternoon, but lost that next consolation side. He's going to end up at least 8th place. J.D. Sadler, another senior on there, he lost in consolation in round 3. But Jesup Wrestling showing up down at State with 10 wrestlers, and right now I think in the top 10 when it comes to that team score. So we are set for high school postseason basketball here shortly in Class 2A Region 5. Hudson 17-6 overall. A fellow foe in the North Iowa Cedar Conference, though, in the Central Division. Jesup coming on with a record of 18-4. Victorious the other night over Lisbon, 62-25. And they also had another championship under their belt with a win, towards the end of the year. Let's get our starting lineups. Doug Frush has those.
Jesup High School proudly supports and practices good sportsmanship. By supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition, and decisions of the officials, you can create an environment that is reflecting of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, Esther Williams, C. Michael Anderson, and Zach Clark. The starting lineup for the visiting Hudson Pirates, sophomore, number 10, Taylor Davis. Sophomore, number 14, Siri Olson. Senior, number 23, Ansley Trump. Senior, number 24, Madison Willen. And senior, number 25, Addie Rose. The Pirates are led by head coach Jeff Burley, assisted by Brad Hanson and David Karkosh. For the Jesup Jayhawks, senior number 2, Peyton Youngblood. Junior number 11, Emma Bowes. Junior number 12, Jaden Bowes. Senior number 23, Olivia Nesbitt. And sophomore number 24, Peyton Weber. Jesup is led by head coach Jordan Conrad, assisted by Jason Pilcher and Roger Oberhausen. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
National Anthem, Jesup High School Orchestra. Luke, starting lineups.
Yes, sir. For the Hudson Pirates, we've got a sophomore guard, number 10, Taylor Davis, a sophomore guard, number 14, Siri Olson, senior guard, 23, Ashley Trunk, senior guard, 24, Madison Willand, and a senior forward, number 25, Addie Rhodes. For your Jesup Jayhawks, a senior guard, number 2, Peyton Youngblood. Junior guards, number 11, Emma Bowes, her sister, number 12, Jaden Bowes, a senior forward, number 23, Olivia Nesbitt, and a sophomore forward, number 24, Peyton Weber.
And we are set for tip-off as we see in the circle leading scores for both teams. Willen from Hudson, Olivia Nesbitt averaging 14.5 for Jesup, and the Jayhawks will get the tip.
Fired up, Nate. I shouldn't have had that caffeinated drink before the game.
Well, it's that time of night. Peyton Weber gets the first chance at the basket, turns back the other way towards Hudson. And Hudson will get the chance to get their offense moving just underway here. Again, the semifinal here in this regional. Missed shot. Nesbitt pulls her first D-board of the night.
Emma Bowes bringing it up the court.
Nesbitt ducks in a little bit, about a 10-foot shot, sinks it in, put them on the board for the first time.
Jesup in a full court press.
And we've got a big crowd on hand tonight, so we've got some noise from both sides.
Yeah, I was trying to think if I was going deaf over here or what was going on. We just got a lot more people in the stands.
A lot more in the stands. Student section showing up. There was quite a showing of girls basketball teams showed up to cheer on the boys last night up in Monona.
Nice block by Olivia Nesbitt. Hustle play by Emma Bowes. That's going to go Jesup.
6:52 is where we're at on that clock. And Youngblood. And you and Zach were talking about her, and you continue to be impressed with what Peyton's been able to do as that number 1 spot or number 2 spot if she needs to bring that ball up the floor and converting on a basket.
Yeah,
Peyton Weber.
She's a senior, man. And Olivia Nesbitt, who made that nice feed, high-low pass to Peyton Weber there. They're 2 seniors. They want to keep this thing going. They're doing what they've worked all these years to do.
Davis gets a basket, catches that turnover from Jesup, and hits another one again. We're tied up at 4. Again, Taylor Davis, a sophomore on this team.
Yeah, and this is where Jesup, they need to relax. Sometimes when they get a full court press thrown on them, they get in their own heads, they get ahead of themselves. They just need to take a breath, survey the situation, make a ball fake, pass it to the open girl.
Olivia Nesbitt finds Weber, takes a bounce. Under 6 on that game clock. And forced inside, Luke, and it does not show success.
Yeah, tough pass into a triple team like that.
Willian with it, bringing left side. Down low, Davis, 25 on that shot clock. Looked at a straight shot from Olsen, but left side, no good from Trunk. And Emma Bowes will bring that ball up the floor across midcourt.
Nice patience exhibit by Emma Bowes. Going to get a travel there.
Give credit defensively for Davis.
Yeah,
she was in the right place where she needed to be.
Absolutely. I was about to say that was more the result of good defense than anything that Emma did.
Pressure from Jesup in that backcourt. Youngblood trying to sneak and pull that away. Quick into action here, tied up at 4. And really each team limiting opportunities and shots. But nice play underneath by Nesbitt, but Hudson able to force it through with Rose. They take the lead for the first time.
And these are 2 really evenly matched teams. On paper, Hudson does score about 10 points more per game than we do, but we get about 10 points less scored on us per game, so it's really a wash. I mean, these are two teams that are very, very equal.
Yeah, you look through three-point percentage, field goal percentage, free throw line, right close in there. Rebound numbers, things like that. Oh, really matched up and aggressive, and these are girls that have played against each other at all different levels. As Hudson now doubles the number on the Jayhawks with that basket. 2 points for William.
You gotta protect that basketball at all costs. You can't make errant passes. Nice drive by Emma Bowes, couldn't get it to go in.
Youngblood, 1.5 foot off that line, will miss it. Keeps the ball in play. Hudson has it though. Davis will throw things down on that far side on the dribble. At the 4-minute mark, ball's loose. Peyton Youngblood on her way left side. Davis up on the left, rolls off the front of the rim, and a foul. And the Bows in the wrong place.
girls just got to keep their heads up here. Marley Shizzle into the game, number 3, a sophomore guard for the Jayhawks. We're also going to see Amelia Clank, senior guard, number 5, into the game for the Hudson Pirates. She is on the far right side of your screen, matched up near Nesbitt.
Under 4. Hudson controlling the ball pretty well. Outside shot goes in. Count that, bench points for Clank.
There you go. It's a good press break there.
10-4. Not okay for Jesup. Nesbitt, angle on that elbow. Nice shot. You love her shot.
Keep feeding her, yep. She comes across that high block. Beautiful jump shot. Just keep feeding her until they shut her down.
Student section getting into this game. Trying to distract this offense for Hudson. No look out to Clank.
Backside.
12 on that shot clock. Deep shot. Back of the rim. Bounces off. No good. Off the board anyway. Weber with that rebound.
Great to see Weber get the start tonight. She had a fantastic game here the other night, Tuesday night I guess it was, and just really played hard, worked her butt off in that game, and here she is starting for the Jayhawks tonight.
Inside to Weber and going to draw the foul, but talking about Weber, she is one that she's going to do whatever the coach needs her to do and what her team needs to do.
And she's just a sophomore. She's in here right now because she works hard.
You're all in this together. You get to this point. Get through this. It's one more game to get you down to Des Moines.
Yep. There you go, Olivia.
Yeah, didn't quite get the force off on that when she was fading away. Davis once again out on her own, gets that layup, and a timeout is won by head coach Jordan Conrad.
Nice job by Hudson's Davis. She got that ball in transition. Could have easily gone up out of control. She kind of collected herself for a moment, let the defense go by and put it up off the glass. So Hudson with the early 12-6 lead over the Jayhawks.
Yeah, Marley Shizzle coming right up to coach after that. It almost looked like she needed some explanation of maybe where some things were at on a play or on a set.
Could just be, Coach, how should I have handled that? Should I fouled her? Should you let her go?
So they will break out. Hudson 2 team fouls. Jesup with the only one. 2:22 to go. Pressure from Hudson in that backcourt. Youngblood taking that right side dribble right in front of the parent section on that far side. Nesbitt gets one dribble off, and now Shizzle breaks in, sees a wide open freshman player, hits the back of that rim. Vogel doesn't get it to go. Gets that ball back, and Weber can't get that to go. They're getting the shots.
Gotta get those bunnies, yeah. You get in position down there. Weber doing a great job of sealing the defender, but she's got to get her shoulder square, go up strong. Just kiss that ball off the backcourt.
Shizzle will see her first personal foul, second team foul for the Jayhawks. Hudson with that possession. Davis guarded now by Dylan Vogel, freshman on this team who has seen quite a few minutes this year as a varsity player.
3 ball up, no good.
Yeah, just seemed to throw that one up. Willian did. Jesup started off with the lead and the advantage, but Hudson has come back.
Help her out. Don't hold it. You got to move the ball.
18 on that shot clock. Force over to Vogel. They seem a little frustrated on the offense, and they are just swarming whoever's got that ball, especially on the inside. Vogel saw the look. 5 on the shot clock. Backboard bobbles around, no good. Weber had a touch on it. Hoping Hudson had a last touch on it, but Pirates will get it.
Jesup they're holding the ball too much on on offense. They're not making the defense work, not getting them off balance. They got to swing that ball right away. You either swing it or drive it. Just don't stand there with it.
Clink, Davis, Trunk all in the game for Hudson. Also a substitution with Hansen in there.
Gonna have an offensive foul. I believe that's gonna go against Addie Rhodes, and it does. That's Addie's first foul. Third team foul for the Pirates.
Vogel. She's a little double team. She thought about going baseline. Under 40 seconds to go. Little turnaround jumper. Nesbitt. She's just trying to get that engine warmed up.
This is Nesbitt's night.
12-8. Jesup looking to narrow that margin. Game's moving quick. Davis a little left-handed push. Shizzle has a hand on it. Davis fights it back. Moving around hard, but who got caught in the crossfire?
Yeah, they're going to get Nesbitt with the foul there.
Third team foul. Olsen back in. Hansen sits down for the Pirates.
Willand also back in for the Pirates. Inbounds underneath.
Trunk. Good and out, sees that double team, straight on shot from Willian, rolls around, Nesbitt has it. She quickly gets that ball out. Shizzle, her job to bring it up to midcourt. Emma Bowes watching that pivot foot. Sees 5 seconds out of bounds off of Hudson. 4-6 to try and get something done.
Yeah, those are the passes over there. Shizzle's got to throw a ball fake. You got to get the defender thinking you're going to do something other than throw it right where you're looking. Shizzle is going to come out. Jaden Bowes back into the game.
3 seconds.
Jaden
takes
shot.
A nice three side of the rim. No good. Well, rapid fashion though, Luke, when you look at how that was, there's some opportunities, but they're playing hard. You got to give them that.
Yeah, that was a quick first period. I didn't even realize we were at the end of the period already. Yeah, they are playing hard. They're both playing extremely hard. The one thing that's really killing Jesup right now is just an inability to hit those bunnies underneath. Nesbitt's having a great game. I'm feeding her all night. Like I said, until they prove that they can shut her down, keep feeding her as she comes across the lane, keep shooting that little mid-range jumper. And Peyton Weber, she's going to get those shots to fall eventually here.
Top half of this region, North Mahaska tonight is hosting Grundy Center. North Mahaska is at 20-2. Grundy Center's at 15-7. The winner of that one will play the winner of this one at a neutral site that is yet to be determined. And then you win that, you're in Des Moines that first week of March.
Jesup in a 2-3 zone.
For history on these teams, Jesup had the victory, or Hudson. Actually,
near takeaway by Emma Bowes. Sorry, Nate.
Hudson had the victory last time. I mistaken that early on. They beat Jesup on the floor 38-34 here back on December the 3rd. But there was a lot of turnovers in that game on Jesup's part.
That was a tough game to watch, if you recall, Nate.
Otherwise, before that, Jesup has won 7 straight over the Pirates. Hudson continues to score. 14-8 is that score. 4 points now for Rose, or the starters. And a missed pass from Youngblood to Weber, but wow.
We got a gift there.
That was a gift.
I think they caught Addie Rhodes with the block in the back, or push, and they did. She's going to head to the bench as we see Amelia Klink check back in. So Rhodes with her second foul of the game.
Give credit to the official. He saw that. Bowes from a foot beyond that arch.
In and out. Yeah, was that the ref that called it? The one up top? Yeah.
Well, no, on the left side there. Under 7 here in this first half. Halftime, we're going to honor one of our boys basketball seniors, and then we'll hear from head coach Joe Spahn, who'll join us up top. I'm Nate Claver. That's Luke Baldwin on the upper patio tonight, postseason basketball. Anthony Baugh on the controls, Clark on camera. Wide open, Jaden Bowes. We've seen a few of those things tonight, Luke. They're right there, just missing a little bit.
Yeah. Got a touch on it, just got to reel it in now. Hudson walking the ball up, using some clock. Really looking, they're focusing on those outside shots. Haven't been overly successful with them. I hate to say stuff like that because every time I do, they prove me wrong.
Inside, Clank's going to lose that ball.
Good defense.
Got left-handed dribble from Emma Bowes. Set up on the near side of that court. Youngblood's down on that corner with it, under 6 now. Ball is going to get touched and away. It's clean as Payton brings that back over. Aggressive defense coming from Ashley Trunk. Missed shot. Clank with that rebound. Bounces off the foot of Willian, but they will recover. 5:30 here in this first half. Jesup on that 2-3 zone and a little misstep. Got kind of a look to see, I think, where she was going and lost track of where she was at.
Jesup will give it another shot here, see if we can't get something going on the offensive end. Pirates doing a really nice job on defense. They are also in a zone.
Youngblood deep 3.
There you go. Big 3. That was a critical three-pointer right
Matter
there.
Matter of time. 14-11. Jesup sneaking back.
All right, turn him over again. Turn him over. Let's get a 2-for-1 here.
Trunk pivots back to the near side. Willian. Trunk inside to Clank. Moving it quickly now with Davis in a corner 3 shot. Take her to 9 total. 17-11. 4:28 first half.
Good job on the press break. Good passes now, ladies. Get in there.
Off the rim, Jaden Bowes came in, got blocked up a little bit, but Emma will find it back. Finds Payton. Try and set this offense.
Got a new shot clock on that miss, so you got no big rush here. Hit it, Youngblood.
They're really covering tight on Nesbitt. Hard to get that ball in there. And the aggressiveness of Emma Bowes is going to keep that ball there. Head coach Jeff Curley for Hudson, assisted by Brad Hansen, David Karkosh. Jordan Conrad's your head coach for your Jesup Jayhawks, assisted by Jason Pilcher and Roger Oberhauser.
Chiseling for the Jayhawks, Hansen for the Pirates. That was Trunk with the foul.
Under 4. Cross court, Weber
right
finds
behind
it,
you.
Pulls it in. Youngblood, she saw the opening. You're going to tell her about that later, Luke.
Yep, take that shot.
Three and a half till halftime. Davis, she could have had it. Nesbitt blocks it. 10 seconds on that shot clock.
Don't give him an easy one.
Davis angled out 3. Back-to-back threes for her. Take it at 12. 3 minutes.
Good defense.
Be surprised if Jordan calls a timeout here. He's got 4 remaining in the half. Push in left side, Nesbitt. There
you go. Get on him.
You just got to be persistent. Be consistent. Well, no look, right, goes left. Shot left side, Williams, who's the leading scorer, misses that shot, and they're going to say travel. Holder base, got bumped, falls down. Jordan,
Really?
the official's ear on this side. Hudson on the inbound, reset that shot clock. Youngblood tried to take that away.
Not a great no call there. I don't like that. This is a good officiating crew, though. They've done a nice job. Consistently nice job.
Davis out. Hansen has a touch on it. 15 on that shot clock. Weber playing some good defense. Shizzle almost had an opportunity for a steal. An outside attempt, left side Olsen, no good. Weber pulls that in underneath. Jesup going back the other way with 2 minutes remaining first half. And a tie-up. Not going to be a jump ball, but Williams going to get a foul.
Oh, wow. Awesome. I thought they were going to call a jump there, and that was going to go back to Hudson. So that definitely worked out well for the Jayhawks. Bowes inbounds to Youngblood. $1:50 on the clock here. See what we can't do in these final minute and 45 seconds.
They're really not allowing much inside. Nesbitt's having to work to try and find an opening, and they just keep tying up. Jump possession back to Hudson. They knew what they were doing.
Yep. We're going to get Dylan Vogel's going to come back into the game after the refs discuss whose ball it is. I'm thinking they may have had I think maybe they had the arrow pointed the wrong way, so the ball is going to stick with the Jayhawks.
Certainly is not going to make Hudson coach Jeff Curley happy when you look at where that strategy was, but
if I had to guess, it just didn't get switched on the last possession change. To be honest, I wasn't paying that close attention. The officials are working it out here. They seem satisfied with the decision they made. The ball will stay with the Jayhawks.
So we will switch it on the inbound. Hudson will have the arrow next time. Dylan Vogel in the contest, along with Shizzle, Emma Bowes, and Weber, along with Nesbitt. And now Shizzle tries that three, a little overextended. Wow. Hits the top of that board, but that considers out of bounds, but rolls back in.
That's some bad luck there. I kind of feel like if it goes in, you should be awarded the points.
Yeah, if it doesn't, whatever.
Yeah, wave it off.
Yeah. Works for the Harlem Globetrotters. Near side with Olsen. Now Davis. Shizzle has a touch on it. Looks behind her a little bit, see who she has team-wise, and was trying to force it to Vogel, but comes off of Clank for Hansen.
Yeah, lucky that.
Or for Hudson.
Lucky that went out of bounds, going to stay with the Jayhawks. I would prefer to see one of two things. Either Shizzle takes that right at the defense, goes up strong with it, or pull it out. You had good defense there.
And now Emma on her own. Hop, skip, and a jump. Finds her way. That's her first basket of the night.
Beautiful drive.
45-second remain.
And that's a kid we need to get moving here, Emma.
Outside left shot, Clank. Emma almost lost grip of it.
Ooh.
And we have less than a second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shizzle crossover, finds an open Emma Bowes. Almost in the wedge.
Careful.
Shot clock is off. Hudson will have the chance for the last shot first half before they go to the locker room.
Nothing easy here, ladies.
Outside Olsen, 4 seconds. Ball goes in right before the buzzer. Willian will have 5 points before the half. And it's 23-15, advantage the Hudson Pirates.
That's a quick half of basketball, Nate. Both these teams came fired up, ready to play some basketball, no doubt. Hudson's just hitting more shots at this point in the game, and we got to find a way to get Emma Bowes more involved on the offensive end, and then get Olivia Nesbitt back in there as well. She kind of went cold in the second half, and I don't think it was for lack of us looking for her. It was just they kind of, Coach Curley probably had them tighten that defense up a little bit.
So tonight we're going to honor Ryan Treptow.
Ryan scored his 1,000th career point on Saturday, February 1st in a 58-55 win over Down Bosco. Ryan joined his sisters, Emma and Amanda, as 1,000 career point scorers. He's the 11th player in Jesup boys basketball history to reach this outstanding accomplishment. Ryan has currently scored 1,117 points, which puts him 8th all time. Ryan was also selected as one of 24 boys basketball players in the entire state of Iowa to be named All-State Academic. He'll be honored at the state tournament during the 1A state championship game. Please give a round of applause for one of our best, Ryan Treptow!
All right, honoring Ryan Treptow as 1,000 points he earned against Don Bosco earlier in the season, and continuing to build on that. And I think he had 17 last night up at Monona, something like that. But the Treptows have done well here.
They've done all right, and for as good as they are on the ball court or whatever athletic field or court they're on, they're even better human beings. I'm going to turn my headset over to Coach Smines.
All right. Okay. Joe, welcome in, and we're just talking about you're just on the floor, and when your coaching career's done, we can get you on the PA.
Absolutely. I know I learned that from Mad Dog with that voice.
Well, I'm glad you learned something from him that you can actually use.
Yeah, good point.
So, joining us, head basketball coach, athletic director Joe Smines, and let's play AD first.
Yep.
Talk about a winner.
Yeah.
Look where basketball's at. Wrestling continues to thrive in Des Moines. It's been good.
Yeah, we had a great fall and transitioned into a great winter. Wrestling had high expectations, and they met those. Win the conference championship, the dual, and the tournament. Then go to team duels and finish 4th, best finish in school history, beating last year's, and then getting 8 guys down to state individually. I wish we would have had more than that with, Aiden Bergman not able to wrestle in districts. But, we got guys. I think we're going to have 5 maybe guys medal, maybe 6. I'm not sure quite where we're at today yet. But, great job by them. Girls basketball wins the conference championship again for the 3rd time in 4 years.
100 wins for a good coach.
100 wins for Coach Connor.
Good hire.
Yeah,
Coach.
that worked out pretty well. 6 years, won 100 games already. Every year we're in the thick of things, either conference or going to state, and same thing this year. And then boys, we played really well since Christmas break and won 12 of, I think, 17 since Christmas, something like that, and win 2 postseason games already. It's been a really good winter for everybody.
Yeah. Last night up at Monona and go in, it's like, okay, this is the time of year you don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
You can look at their stat book, you look at their record line. Things were a little bit different last night, but all cylinders seem to be clicking for the Jayhawks up at MFL Marmac.
Yeah, I thought we played really well Monday night against a Cresco team that, they were the 6th seed, but if you watch them play on film, you're thinking these guys are actually a pretty solid group and young group, and they beat Waukon. They had some nice wins the last 2 weeks, and I thought we played outstanding Monday night. And then going on the road in a tournament game, it wasn't a neutral site. It was a road game against a really good program that's won a lot of games for a long time. They've won 18 this year. You got 2 really good guards. And, I thought we did in the first quarter, we kind of found our way a little bit, and we were only down maybe 1 or 2, I think, and at the end of 1. And then from that point on, I thought we controlled the game. Maybe a little bit of stretch in the 4th where they made a little bit of push at us. But, Landon Vogel was big time last night with 27. Ryan had another outstanding game all the way around. And then I thought, I thought Masteller's defense in the post and rebounding was critical, and then our other guys just did a good job again. I mean, Nick Moore, I don't know what he had for points or stats, but his defense throughout the game on number 1, 23, 0. I think he guarded 4 different guys last night for us, and it took all 6 guys to get the job done, and we're happy to get another district win.
We talked about it earlier, but Nick Moore, he's kind of I always say he's your modern-day Rodney Selesky.
Yeah.
Your garbage man that's out there. You ask him to do whatever he needs to do, and he's going to step up. And Gage Wymore coming in to do the work he's done. But, you move on to face a solid Cascade team, neutral site, play over at West Delaware High School.
Yep.
Gave the guys off a day off today. Yep. They've been going pretty solid, I think, for 8 straight days.
Yep.
And then I guess, what do you anticipate seeing on Tuesday night?
Well, this is as a coach, you kind of think about these things as you go through a year, and this will be our 6th district final in 10 years, and I think it'd be 8 and 12 years actually dating back to Coach Baldwin. So we've been in this game a lot, so we have a pretty good feel for what it's going to need preparation-wise to get there. So today made sense taking today off. We'll get back at it tomorrow, and Cascade's a really good program, one of the best programs in the state over the course of the last 35 years. They're traditionally been a 2-3 zone team. They've been a 2-3 zone team for 30 years. I happened to watch them play Bosco before we played Bosco, and they were playing man. I about fell off my chair. I mean, I was stunned because they wrote the book on how to play 2-3 zone defense in the way they do it. So, and I had the book in my office. So. We played a lot of 2-3 zone in our time when I was in high school and here, but they're playing man now, so change things a little bit. They don't have that big 6'8" guy in the middle that they've had for years, but they got really good players. They got 2 guards that are Jackson Lawrence, who played here as a sophomore against us when we played them 2 years ago, and then they got a kid named Mick or Nick, I'm not sure, Hoffman, who's played here as a freshman 2 years ago. So then they got a Schuckmeyer kid inside, it's about 6'4", and go-getter. So well coached, good program. District final is a great night. You want to get to the sub-state final, but district final is the next best night of the year because there's only 32 of us playing in 2A right now, and we're one of them. And I think before Christmas, if you said that we're going to be in the district final, people would have signed up for that. So credit our guys for keep getting better and pushing along here and give ourselves a chance. Yeah, I guess one last thing as you look at where people would have thought we're at. It's you had a solid player just out on him tonight, Ryan Treptow. Yeah. It's going to be hard to prep. I would think Cascade when they're looking at different video from a walk-on game to a last night game. It's a different feel. You don't know who you're going to get. Yeah, and we I feel like we had been really consistent until about that we didn't play overly well at Columbus, and then kind of fourth quarter we did. Then Dyke and Waukon was not our best effort-wise. We shot the ball poor at Waukon. Yeah. I thought we played well against Waukon. We didn't shoot the ball well. Sure. Big difference there. And then we had 4 guys. We've had 5 guys score double figures the last 2 weeks. I feel like we got a lot of options, plus Ryan, and Masteller's really played well the last 3 weeks here again, and Landon's playing like a senior. So we need our best players to be at their best to give ourselves a chance, and we need our role guys to step up and make some plays. So we're looking forward to another district final. It's a great night. All right, thanks, Joe, for coming guys. Up. Good luck. Appreciate your service Tuesday. All year. So as we are at halftime, Jesup trailing Hudson right now, 23-15. I want to appreciate our sponsors: Performance Rehab, Spahn and Rose at Jesup, Joe's Pizza, Buchanan County Health Center, and the Jesup Booster Club for providing the resources to bring you postseason play right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Now these messages from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Association.
Sometimes I worry. Sometimes I'm scared.
Sometimes I'm overwhelmed.
Sometimes I cry.
And that's okay, because sometimes is not all the time.
It will be okay. You got this.
You got this.
You got this.
All right, welcome back on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Harlan Technology. We come out of halftime. Again, thank to all the businesses that support this broadcast. And Jesup down 23-15, and Hudson's found some shots. Jesup needs to find some shots.
Yeah, we are getting some shots. We're just not getting them to fall. And yeah, I mean they've made a handful of threes too, and always at the the worst possible times and just kind of daggers. So hopefully the Jayhawks can figure out a way to contain that perimeter while continuing to control the interior, but then equally, if not more importantly, figure out how to get some points on the board.
So Jesup right now leading scorer on that stat line. Credit Olivia Nesbitt sitting with 8 points. Davis for Taylor Davis for Hudson, sophomore. She has 12 points leading. And for the Pirates, Hudson has the ball to get things going. Here in the second half, winner moves on to that district final. Regional championship, if you will.
So the best I can figure is we don't use the possession arrow on the scoreboard.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Is what I figured out. Emma Bowes left side misses that shot.
We got to have those. I mean, it's right there. That is the difference in the game right now, and not just Emma Bowes. I'm saying as a whole, we're just not knocking down those. I don't want to call them gimmies, but definitely ones we should have.
Outside shot for Hudson, lined up, no good. And Olsen had that attempt. Now Emma Bowes met with a double team on that far side for that Jesup student section. Nesbitt sees a triple team and then a tie-up.
Let it go.
Almost middle school basketball-ish. Tie-up, jump possession. It will stay with Jesup. Peyton Youngblood getting the countdown on the inbound. Now looking at the hoop, looking for a pass. Weber finds an opening. Jaden eyes the hoop a little bit, and that one's blocked by Davis. Another fast break we see from the sophomore.
Travel.
And took the extra step in there. Kind of smiles and smirks. She knows she did it. Got excited.
Well, you don't feel so bad when you see, it's happening on both ends of the court. I mean, not that I want to see that on either side. I don't take pleasure in seeing these kids inflict wounds on themselves like that. But
outside, Jaden Bowes looked at it. Nesbitt guarded closely by Davis, but a hand on Williams going to knock that out of bounds away from Weber.
Yeah, good look inside to Weber.
Did you see that?
Olivia's like, I'm just
that's an aggressive. Rose was covering Nesbitt, but Nesbitt was like, I got to inbound. Leave me alone.
Get in there.
Outside, no good. Weber finds it, puts it back up, draws the foul.
Yeah. Go to the line and get a pair here, Weber. That was funny.
You think about girls basketball, Luke, and I was just trying to think through the history, Tom Klein and Randy Merkel and Jim Gillespie, and you can go probably deeper in the names than I can of bringing it up to the Jordan Conrad and Jason Pilcher era with Roger Oberhauser on the sideline as well. A lot of people influenced Jayhawk basketball over the years.
Absolutely, and all those names you just reeled off, they're still supporters. You see them, depending on any given night, you'll see any of those people in the stands here at Jesup. Jayhawk basketball off a Hudson Pirate. So Jesup getting a third opportunity here.
Youngblood on the inbound. Bowes, she tries a shot. Jaden missed. And a whistle down low. Did you see?
I think they're saying that it hit the.
Hit the top?
I think it hit the support system above the backboard. I didn't even notice it, but I'm looking and I could see that thing kind of bouncing.
Okay.
So
they take that back the other way. It's not like volleyball. If it hits it, you can bring it back down.
No, unfortunately, anything top of the backboard or above, it is not fair game.
Jesup stretching out a little bit defensively. Trunk met by Youngblood, and now Weber's going to tie up. She's like, I can play that game too.
Yep.
5:47. This one starting a little slower than the first 2 periods did.
I did like the aggressiveness of Addie Rhodes there to try and rip that ball away.
Deep shot, no good from William.
Good job by Bose to get that down and out of there. Ooh.
Fourth shot, Youngblood takes a dribble. Nesbitt, little elbow, 8-footer.
There she is.
First basket of the half, take her to 10.
Keep chipping away, Jayhawks. Now buckle down here, nothing easy. You don't want to overcommit on those when you're closing out the perimeter. Don't overcommit because you're going to have to drop back down. Somebody's going to cut from behind.
And no shot from Trunk.
Good job
Emma Bose.
I don't know how many boards Emma Bose has, but definitely got to be leading the Jayhawks right now in rebounds.
Hanging out near midcourt.
A little quieter on the offensive end, but crashing the glass.
Youngblood down the quarter to Nesbitt. She tries the 3. No good, lands in the hands of Trunk. We'll push away from Youngblood.
There you
she
go.
Still has
there
it.
You go, girl.
And converts, almost converts on that turnover.
I think the
Davis is straight on. First basket.
The stars and the moons and the whatevers are aligned against us tonight.
And Emma Bose will give a foul with 4:05 in that third quarter, and you can see some frustration on the Jayhawk players' faces.
Well, it's just one thing after another here. Coach Conrad wisely calls a timeout. I think he needs to talk a couple of these girls off the ledge. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad choice of words.
Well, yeah,
maybe that's not something we could say. But
calm them down.
Point. I think point delivered.
We know what you meant. You didn't.
Yes. Not literally.
Yeah. I was just we talk about coaches. I see Gillespie in the house. You see Bruce Walls in the house, even though he's a Cougar now, but he's always going to be a Jayhawk. He's part of that girls' basketball history.
Sounds weird when you call him a Cougar.
No, not that kind of Cougar. Just to clarify. Yeah. It's a good crowd on hand. I thought when I posted on Facebook today, I said, please don't listen to Luke and I. Come to the game. They took it serious.
I think that was the first time I've derailed the entire game so far, which I've made a long time.
10 years?
Through the entire first half?
Well, it was pretty intense the first half. We didn't have as much downtime.
You're right, we did not.
7 points total now for Willand after free throws, and just frustration over on that far side, and Olsen was given that pressure to Youngblood. Under 4 minutes now.
Let's go, Jayhawks. This is when you got to dig deep.
Blank has it, steps in, little lean into Willand, and that rolls through. Shizzle in the game along with Weber, Youngblood, Nesbitt, and that ball is loose. Davis had a touch on it. Olsen had a touch on it. It's Willand that picks it up, and Clank was open down low, and Shizzle says no. We need to stop this.
We're going to get Dylan Vogel into the game here. She's going to replace Shizzle, bring in a little extra ball handling capability. That is not a knock on Marley Shizzle, by the way. Dylan Vogel is a point guard.
Youngblood crosses over, brings it across midcourt. Met again by Olsen, who's been intense on defense. Now Vogel's caught up. Weber's got to break in. Emma Bose posts up.
Good find. Good ball movement by the Jayhawks there, all the way around.
Only her second basket tonight.
Let's go, buckle down.
Under 3. Third quarter. Winner moves on to face Grundy Center or North Mahaska. Deep 3, no good. Youngblood comes up for that rebound.
Get it out of there.
And Davis is going to give her the business.
Go. Get out of there.
Vogel. Not swayed whatsoever. She brings that ball up as the freshman.
Yeah, intelligent move too. She knew she was falling out of bounds and wisely threw it off the defender's legs.
Winner of this one will play next week on the 26th at a site yet to be determined. Crossover. It's a long pass from Nesbitt. Hoping to get some offense spark, but Vogel gets her pocket picked, and Davis another fast break. 17 total.
The Hudson press just really, really effective tonight. They are hustling.
Vogel tries the 3, no good. Weber gets that taken up from behind. Under 2 minutes now. Plank will go in.
There you go.
And
Good hustle.
will try and take that away from Olsen on that pass.
That's going to stay with the Hudson Pirates as Molly Hansen checks back into the game.
Davis will have a seat.
Addie Rhodes also into the game. And I believe she replaced Olsen.
Right side roll through from Rose. Ball is loose out of bounds, stays Hudson's way.
You know, some nights it's like no matter what you do, it's just all the breaks go their way, and that's kind of the way it's been so far.
13 points can be erased pretty quick the way we've seen this team play earlier in the season, the way they can drop points and drop threes especially.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of game left.
And Bose gets it picked as Trunk was just waiting for it. That pass gets converted, and that's the first basket for Trunk. Bose breaks through the double team, cuts under on her own, ball goes through.
Not so sure she wasn't fouled by her own teammate there. I'd like to see her. Well, I guess we can see a replay here, maybe. There was a foul.
53.1 to go. Davis, Olsen back in for Hudson. Bose at the free throw line. We've not seen many, if any, free throws for Jesup this game.
Well, I don't think either team has hit five fouls in any one of the quarters so far.
No, it's been minimal. Vogel sticking with Olsen defensively. Weber had a touch on it, Nesbitt will pull it back in. Bose looking down floor. Crossover dribble, looking for an escape. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. Started to count. 23 seconds. Shot clock at 17.
Get out of the lane, Weber. Get out of the lane.
Now Vogel baseline spins. She'll take it up. Rolls it in. How about that? Give credit to Vogel.
That was nice. Pretty little spin move. And I love when you see those little point guards go down amongst the bigs, do some work.
34-24. Jesup still has some work to do.
23 or 24, Nate? Did they
34?
34-23, I believe.
Okay, that's where they're sitting. Doug corrected them down there.
So hopefully, maybe the tides will turn here between the third and fourth quarter. The stars and the planets will align, and everything will be right with the world, and the Jayhawks will come out on top. Regardless, however this ends, big props to Coach Jeff Curley and his girls here tonight, they have put on a master class when it comes to a full court press, and Jesup has not been able to answer that so far. So really, really nice job by his girls, because they are playing extremely hard too. And Jesup, there's no lack of effort being put forth by the Jayhawks. It's just we can't get any love out there right now.
Hudson outscored Jesup in that first quarter 12-8, second quarter 11-7. That last stands Hudson 11-8 advantage. Jesup was the first to score in this game. They've not led since. Leading scorer, 17 points for Davis on the floor. The sophomore Nesbitt has 10. And Emma Bowes with a 3 outside shot drops in.
Big one.
Let's bring those stars together.
And we're going to need that. We're going to need some of these gals to get some confidence outside and knock them down. Deep 3 by Hudson, no good. They're going to call that off Bowes, which I think that's the right call. She doesn't like it, but I do believe she was the last to touch it.
Yeah, touch and go, a little push in there. A little question from Trunk. Clean, as the officials say. And Jesup only on by 8, Luke.
Yeah, get in there. Oh,
had her opportunity, didn't she?
That. Now swing it back, swing it back.
Vogel's open right side, but they know she's there. Davis in front of her. Now Weber off the glass. 4
Good
points
ball
for
movement.
the sophomore.
Good ball movement.
There's some energy. Let's change the time.
They got that defense off balance, kicked it inside. And the thing Weber did there, she sealed her girl, she squared her shoulders to the rim, she looked up, she went straight up and put it right off the glass. She didn't go up crooked and she didn't try to, power bomb one through the back of the board there.
Jesup 18-4 on the season. Only losses. They lost to Hudson early on, then to Denver. That was a different team back then. Losing to West Delaware after Christmas and Turkey Valley. That was a rough loss in February, but that was one of those games you just needed to get a loss out of your system before you moved into postseason play.
Yes, sir. Here
7 minutes to go.
Keep the foot on the pedal, Jayhawks.
Rose couldn't power way in. That ball outside, no good. On the floor, Emma has it.
Timeout, timeout. There you go.
We'll call
Coach
timeout.
Conrad. So Jesup wrestling, having some success down in Des Moines. I know some matches have gone well. Some went a little bit differently than we thought, but here's where we're sitting right now, thanks to Jared Bucknell down sending some things our way. Have 5 that will get on that medal stand down in Des Moines. Going to have 3 that are going to be going for 7th or 8th. 2 are still up in the air. Got to see some wins in there. Jesup currently sitting at 10th place. Chance for some 3rd and 4th place. Jacobson, Lang, Youngblood going to vie for 7th and 8th, or 7th or 8th. Hines going to be in that consolation semifinal. Cooper got upset. He just right at the end gave up a point, slipped as he was trying to make a move and didn't go to his advantage. Fight back, try and get that 3rd place. Back in basketball action, 6:33 to go. Jesup now down by 6 points. We're down by 11 here at the end of the 3rd quarter, and Vogel trying to, looked like she was pickpocketing the Hudson player. I thought we were going to see a foul, but the official's saying no, jump possession. Yeah.
And Hudson will get it. There's a different energy on that floor, Luke.
Yeah, I couldn't figure. I thought they were calling her for a flop for a second there.
Hudson gets the points.
That's nice response by the Hudson Pirates. Quiet the crowd a little bit. Davis with the big three. Good feed inside, go up.
Weber left side doesn't happen.
Get out of there, Weber.
6 minute. Rose pushing a little bit. Willen has it. And now Rose, a deep shot, rim no good.
Yep.
And Davis finds it, but we're going to see
block in the back. Went over the back of Youngblood to get that rebound.
If looks could kill from Davis.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that is the ref was standing right there, so that's pretty impossible to get away with that one there.
Full press from Hudson. And now Davis, she's getting aggressive. She wants that ball. She wants to take it away. Give credit to Vogel, and a convert on a shot.
Vogel's fired up,
wow.
Man.
Bring in the energy.
Olivia Nesbitt with the huge bucket. Vogel put on a ball handling display there. Holy cow. Broken ankle.
Olivia Nesbitt at 12 total points now.
Get out of there. All right, let's do it again.
Weber wide open down low. Had to take a second. And Willen was just waiting for it.
Yeah, she's got to get that ball up in the air.
Under 5. And there's a block. She counters with it.
Good D.
And it's good. Karma worked itself out. And a push from Rose. That'll be the second team foul for Hudson. Her fourth personal foul. She will sit down, bring Clank in.
Emma Bose set to inbounds on the far side. Into Peyton Youngblood.
4:40 remain. Winner moves on. Loser ends the season. Bose, she looking at a Jack Miller style 3.
Got to do something here, ladies.
I can't call it a Caitlin Clark 3. It's a Jack Miller 3. 8 seconds. Little push in. Nesbitt. Rim no good. Resets that clock.
Get out of there.
On the races down the other way towards that south basket here in Jesup tonight.
Olsen really does a nice job at point guard for the Pirates.
4 minutes. 7-point margin. Davis leads 20 points for Hudson. Nesbitt 12 for the Jayhawks. Clock winding down. 10 on that shot clock. Willen gets it blocked. Weber has it. Now Weber's going to see a trap, but she does get across midcourt.
Good job by Peyton Youngblood.
And 4 players at once coming in underneath the Nesbitt. They try to force that shot, force that pass.
Coach Conrad, I think, no. Is that Curley?
Curley wants it.
Okay, Curley's going to take a full timeout with just under 3.5 to go. 7-point game. It's really kind of turned into a battle here late in the game, Nate.
But yeah, coming out of that fourth period and just the energy that we saw change hands, and I still back to Dylan Vogel. Really a one-on-one matchup with Davis, and Vogel won that one.
Yeah, she did. I mean,
and then plus you get it in for the pass, and then there's an assist and a basket.
Yep. As they say, she snapped an ankle on that little move.
37-30. Again, going back through where this bracket has developed. Jesup got here after Lisbon beat East Marshall in the opener, 35-12. They moved on to Jesup earlier in the week. 62-25 was that game. Hudson beat Columbus, 71-32. All those games were not really contested, but this one sure is with Hudson and Jesup. Top half, North Mahaska beat Public Christian to get to where they're at. Grundy Center beat Alburnett. That game at North Mahaska right now, do not know what that score is.
At North Mahaska, they're pretty salty.
Jesup coming in 18-4, Hudson 17-6.
Chisel back into the game for defensive pressure.
Willen no good on that three, and Jesup did not have the rebounders where they needed them. Yeah. Davis finds it, and she takes herself now to 22 total. Pressure on Youngblood. Got to get across midcourt. And
no
shot clock issue.
Yeah, it looked like it didn't.
Yeah, I guess
we made it all the way down to 33, and then it seemed to have paused.
So the officials will come over and converse the scorer's table. Shizzle will come out. Emma Bose will come in. Jesup will have it inbound at midcourt.
Jaden Bose.
Jaden
Bose stepping in for Shizzle.
Youngblood straight on three. Goes in!
Bring it up.
6 points for the senior. She doesn't want to end her year.
No, she does not. Ooh, almost got the steal there. Now play good D. Good D. Don't give them anything easy here.
Hudson will go conservative. On that shot clock. Jaden tried to pick that away. Plank will force in, push up, no good. Doesn't hit that rim to reset it. Jesup does have it. Under 2 minutes, important possession. And the ball's taken away. Trunk has it, fast break. High up, goes in, foul. Will send her to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a killer, man.
That'll be Emma's third personal. First team foul for Jesup.
That's one of those. If you're gonna commit to that foul, you got to make darn sure she doesn't convert that layup, which obviously that was Emma's intention. Foul shot's good. I think they had somebody in the lane, but since it went through, they're going to call it good. Presumably that was a Jesup kid that was in the lane early.
Knocked away by Davis. It gets almost saved out of bounds. Davis, an aggressive player, and she's got 2 more years to play.
Yeah, we got to be strong with this now.
Wonder if they want to get pizza afterwards. Is that the conversation?
I don't know what was going on there.
1:39 to play in this second half. Bose brings it far side to near side. Davis on her tight. Youngblood deep three. Goes in, 2! 9 points for her. 6-point margin.
Come on now.
Jesup fans are loud. Trying to get that ball knocked away, and whistles everywhere. What are we saying? Jump possession, or what are we? Hudson. So there was a foul there. I was trying to figure out what they were going to decide to do as Shizzle comes in.
Shizzle's going to relieve Nesbitt for a sec. That's good. Good decision by Conrad.
I got to think maybe a little bit of get her on the sideline,
yeah,
coach her up a little bit,
he saw the blood coming up a little bit. And
Davis brings it up into the floor. Good way to spend some clock. And Bose will give a foul.
Oh, it was a foul.
Got a couple to give.
Things getting a little chippy out here. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail, but I mean, this is, as we've said, do or die time, so if you're gonna get after it, now is the time.
Goes in, Willen gonna get fouled by Youngblood. Bose is the only one that really is any sort of foul challenge, but she's only at 3. Shizzle,
good defense,
knocks out of bounds. And they were looking long, but sneaking on the right side, Trunk.
Yeah, you're not going to sneak one by Shizzle. She has quick hands.
High up, almost loose, away from Trunk, but Shizzle trying to get that ball knocked away, and there's another foul, and that's going to be the last gimme. Timeout is wanted by Hudson. Jeff Curley will take a full timeout. 53.6 seconds remain. Jesup down by only 6 points, Luke. They needed the fourth quarter to happen a lot longer.
Yeah.
A lot sooner.
Yeah, I mean, in most games I'd be like, yeah, 6 points, this is a close game, but man, 6 points seems like a million miles away from each other, doesn't it? 36-42, and Hudson's just been, they've played just such good defense all night. But we are at home. We got the home fans behind us. Maybe we got a little something special to end the game here. We're soon going to find out.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier Hudson averages almost 59 points a game. Allows almost 44, the 15-point margin. Jesup averaging close to 49 a game. And, usually only allowing about 33 points, also about 15-point margin.
Yeah. So, I mean, to that point, like both these teams, they've done their job defensively for the most part. I mean, Hudson's about, almost 18 points off their season average.
So there's a minute left to play. To the free throw line, drops in that first one, and then they will populate the lane. Shizzle comes out. We'll see Nesbitt come back in the last 53.6 seconds.
Big rebound here.
No good. It's up in the air. Nesbitt finds it. Looking for a guard. Finds Peyton Youngblood. Down to Vogel. Sets up another three. Almost there. Bose touched it.
Stay here.
And it's going to stay to Jesup. Baseline official, he didn't quite get a good enough look at it.
No, he had a weird angle on it.
44.1. Bose up top. Vogel looks at another three opportunity. That one goes in. Timeout wanted for Coach Conrad. And he wants to make sure that clock is what he saw when he called timeout. So we're going to maybe see a tenth or two put back up there.
Full timeout for Coach Conrad. See if he can get a 2-for-1 here, make the three.
Well, they saying she's got 5 points, so Vogel there. So you're at, I thought we were at 6. No, I guess with the free throw in there, that took it up a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
get a steal
margin
here.
Energy coming from the student section.
Oh, we got the, I don't know what you call this, but the student section always likes this one. Oh, wait, no, I thought this was the roller coaster one. That's the one I like.
There they go.
I haven't seen them do that one this year.
Well, honestly,
they must not have the
maybe to
ringleader.
jab them a little bit, I go, this is the most students we've seen at a basketball game this year.
It is.
That weren't on the floor. I'll ride them. I'll challenge you. Show up next year. Tell me I'm wrong.
All right. Here we go. Hudson set to inbounds.
38 seconds. Down floor, downfield. Good foul against Davis. Youngblood had to give it.
Yeah, that was a good foul.
So they'll bring Davis in,
good
who
foul
averages,
if you have to give it.
She averages 13 points a game, a little over, but tonight is sitting at 22.
We also have Ella DeVore into the game, number 21. Ella is a junior guard.
And Sage Bain. Free throw in.
Olivia Nesbitt is going to come back in, as well as Emma and Jaden Bowes. We had did you say Sage Bain?
Sage was
in.
You
did, sorry.
For a moment.
I didn't hear what you said until I processed it, and then I was like, oh yes, he just said that.
It's all right. 90s weren't good to you. Vogel cross. There's Jaden Bowes. Ball's knocked away, but saved in by Trunk. And a foul is given, and they'll go back the other end. So close. Five-point margin. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that was the right idea by Jaden. Just needs a little bit more air on that, or bounce pass it behind. Either way, that's a tough pass to make.
Free throw goes right in for Trunk.
Hudson Pirates doing what they need to do late in the game here when it comes down to foul shots. They're knocking them down.
That one thought about staying out, but it went in.
I thought it was out, and I'm like, whoa, what are we doing?
Nesbitt with a deep three, in and out, 20 seconds. Vogel tried to get after it, but she was the last to touch it. And a timeout is wanted. And Hudson sees the opportunity to move into next week to play for a spot to go on to the state tournament against Grundy Center, North Mahaska, who's ever in that. Full timeout is on the floor, and Coach Conrad right now looking at both Bowes sisters along with Shizzle, Vogel, and Weber, actually, and Youngblood, as they come in the last 30, or where we're at, 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, I think we're maybe just a hair over or a hair under.
Good view of the student section there, showing up tonight. Girls basketball team showed up in Monona last night to support the boys in their win against MFL Marmac. And they move on Tuesday to face Cascade at West Delaware High School. And one thing I'll give credit, Luke, they travel. Their fans hit the road.
They have great fans. That's a great school.
Foul. Emma Bowes will get her fifth, and she'll get applauded as she comes off. Quite a season that she's had.
Yeah. Made quite a few friends with the Hudson community over the years. They're really not much different than we are over here. And really, our athletic programs have kind of paralleled each other over the years.
Well, the growth of the communities and things like that as well.
Yep. No, these girls, they played hard, and if they finish ahead, that's they definitely earned it.
Deep shot from Nesbitt off the board. And the official kind of letting that go as long as he could, as Jaden has a foul in there. Jesup will end the 24-25 campaign at 18-5. Did win a championship this year in the Nickel East, the final year of the Pod Conference Championships.
It's always a tough night. You got three seniors on this team. Peyton Youngblood, Olivia Nesbitt.
Sage Bain will come in as she's on the floor.
Sage Bain. And those girls have put a lot of time in over the years. And although this is it for their career at Jesup Community Schools on the basketball court, all the work they've done over the years that's going to serve them well as they move along in life. I'm awfully proud of those 3 girls, as I am this entire team and coaching staff. And with that said, also nice job to the Hudson Pirates. Really hard fought, well coached. Just a really, really solid job by Jeff Curley and his girls.
48-39 is your final. Jesup, Olivia Nesbitt will end her high school career. 12 points tonight. Youngblood in there with some 3-pointers at 9. Bose had 9. 4 for Weber. Dylan Vogel came off the bench and had 5. But
and she, you know what? She came off the bench, added 5 points, but she added a spark, and that was really neat to see, especially as you look forward to next year and the next 3 years with Dylan. She's going to bring something to the table that'll be hopefully pretty special for the Jayhawks.
So to close out that game, that last stanza, Jesup actually outscored Hudson, but it just wasn't quite enough, 16-14 in that last quarter. So again, like I said, Jesup goes down to a record of 18-5. Hudson moves on with a record of 18-6, and they will stay alive continuing on. Do want to thank, we had 3 postseason games here that Luke, you've been busier than anybody up here in the upper patio, along with
Anthony has been way busier than
along with Anthony and Clark. What's that?
Wrestling.
Oh, we had wrestling postseason too. That's right. So we had 3 basketball, 2 girls, 1 boys. Wrestling regional duels were here. But I want to thank Performance Rehab, Jesup Booster Club, Jesup Mat Club supported that wrestling match. Spahn and Rose at Jesup, Joe's Pizza, and Buchanan County Health Center. And that's you and Luke, you and Pilcher talked about it. Zach talked about it. In this community, there's a need. You reach out, you see what you got to do, and they say, okay, what do we have to do?
Somebody always comes out of the woodwork, and frankly, a lot of times, the people that come out of the woodwork and step up are the businesses. You never hear about them, and a lot of times that's by choice. They don't want to be recognized, but they're supporting. In this case, we actually our good friend here, Anthony Baugh, he went and solicited these businesses, but I know that all 5 of them were happy to come out and support their Jayhawks, which allowed us to bring these games, these postseason games to you, whether you're watching from Jayhawk land or from Pirates land or from anywhere else we might have played before this game tonight. So we do very much appreciate their support.
Well, that's a wrap. That's a wrap on our time here at Jayhawk Sports Network. That's a wrap on our
time, Nate.
Along with Anthony and Eric Clark that we put the time in up here. And good luck to the boys as they move on Tuesday to see if they can keep going. And good luck to Coach Gross and those wrestlers in Des Moines that keep moving along down there at Wells Fargo to move into Saturday. So, as I said once again, this time for a final time for Luke Baldwin and our on-site producer Anthony Ball, along with Eric Clark on camera. I'm Nate Claybert from the upper patio here in Jesup. Final score, Jesup will end their girls' season basketball-wise with a loss tonight to Hudson, 48-39. You can watch this game again on replay on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks! Good night.